Welcome to today's video, which is a journaling video. I will be making my reading journal setup for October. I am excited to get started, so let's begin. I am using cursive writing this time. It's October and I was between the colors orange or purple. I chose purple because it is such a pretty color, and from there I chose lavender as the theme. Lavender is purple and I can always use different shades of purple for this setup. I usually keep the cover page as a one pager, but I have 2 pages this time around. I wanted 1 page for the month and then a page for the theme. I am trying to keep this simple and minimalistic, and I thought that having 2 pages for the cover page would help in making it seem minimalistic. Library list is for the books that I'm interested in reading. I tend to borrow books from the library, so I would put the information here of the book I wanted. Then when I can go to the library, I can look at this and see if the book is there. Now thinking about it, this can also be for books that I am thinking of borrowing from the library, and if they have it at a different library, put a hold on it, or if not available physically, then I can borrow it. Then I might have to borrow it electronically. I write down here the books I have read in October, which is why I call it October Books. It is fun to look back at this at the end of the month and see how many books I have read. I also tend to add the rating that I gave the book here as well. Then it's Reading Tracker, where I track all the books I am reading for this month. I use a calendar to keep track on what book I have read each day and how many pages or hours I have read. It really has become easier to keep everything even Now that I am using this ruler, it is the perfect size and I love using it in all my spreads so far. I remember I said last time that I wanted to keep having an extra page cut out that I can flip. I ended up deciding on having a simple drawing in the middle page. It's just a nice image to look at when I am filling this in. I'll probably keep trying different things to put here and see which one I prefer, but at the moment I'm really liking what I'm doing with putting a image in the middle. Book log. I'm not sure if I should have this all as reading tracker or give it a different name. This part is just a log of the books I am reading, not really tracking my reading. I might keep it with a separate name or I might not, but this is for logging all the books that I am reading and their information, which includes name, author, genre, rating, and when I finish it. Next is my overview of the month. By that I mean book statistic for this month. I like to keep track of the books I liked most this month and the one I liked least. It's interesting to look at the results, especially at how easily skewed it could get. If I read only 2 books in a month, then there are only 2 choices. Also, if in a month I read books that I liked, then picking the book I least liked for the months wouldn't mean it was horrible, just that there were books that I liked more. That's why I keep space on the page to write down my reason for the choice, since sometimes it's not as easy as I didn't like it or it was bad. Quotes page for anything interesting that I liked from a book I have read this month. It doesn't have to be the most insightful thing I have read and want to remember. Sometimes it is just a ridiculous statement that I want to remember. Last up is reading notes. This time around, I am keeping it to 1 page rather than the 2, just to have an even amount of pages in the setup. I can also use the pages after this if I need more space for my notes. Notes can be anything from my initial thoughts on a book or things that I want to look into more. For example, if a book mentions a word that I don't know, then I could write it down here and remember to look it up so that I can further understand what it means. Well, that's it for my setup. Thank you for joining me and finishing it up. Until the next video, goodbye.